Hi everyone, it's Budget Bunny here, and today's video is going to be a hamster cage tour. I haven't done a hamster cage tour in quite a while, and I've had quite a few people requesting it, so I thought I'd show you what Chandler's cage is looking like. So this cage is custom built, and it does belong to my 8-month-old long-haired Syrian, Chandler. And basically, I'm just going to start by telling you a little bit about the cage, and then I'll show you what the inside of the cage looks like. So we use the NIC storage grids just like we used for our guinea pig cage and our rabbit condos to construct this cage. But of course, hamsters are rodents and they're also small, so you can't just use the grids because they'll be able to just squirm right out of that and escape. So what we did was we used those as the body of the cage and then put hardware mesh over top, and we zip tied that down nice and flat so that there's no way that he can escape. And I've never had any issues with him escaping, or my previous hamster that used to live in a cage similar to this. And it is 3 cubes long by 2 cubes high by 1 cube wide, which is plenty of space. I believe the minimum requirements for a hamster are 360 square inches, and I'm pretty sure this is about 420 or 480, and of course he's got multiple levels and things as well, so there's lots of space for him in there. And I'll just maybe show you a little closer up what it looks like. Okay, so just as you can see here, there are all these little, this is hardware mesh over top of the grids, and to just keep it flat so that he can't get stuck in between the cube and the grid, we've got zip ties all around the cage, and you will be able to see there are tons of zip ties everywhere just holding it down. Like I said, there's been no escape attempts. I absolutely love this cage because it gives him lots of space. It was cheap to build. It'll last forever, so it allows the airflow to go in and out, which is something I find a lot of store-bought cages. Not only are they way too small, but there's not very good ventilation, which can cause respiratory problems and other ailments. So the other thing that I'm going to show you here are the locks. These locks were purchased at Lowe's, and all my husband did was, they come with these little holes, I'm assuming, at the top here to screw it into place. But since we have all these little grids, what we did was we just zip tied it into place, and then you just open the lock like that and do that, and then the front of the cage folds down. So we've got 3 locks along the top just so that there's no chance of Chandler escaping. And we also have cats, so we wanted to make sure that this was as secure as possible. And once you open the 3 locks, then the front piece just folds down. Just the top part, the bottom part is secured to the wooden bases. And that way I can easily access the inside of the cage. I do have a lot of questions about how I clean this cage, and it must be difficult. I don't find it any harder than any of my other cages. And I use the shop vac for everything. So the shop vac can reach in areas I can't. Of course, if you're going to use a shop vac, especially for little pets like hamsters, please make sure your hamster is not in the cage. Okay, so I'll just start here with the top level of the cage. He does have 2 levels as well as the base. And these are just made out of untreated pine wood with a base just like our rabbit cages that is tiled with the stick-on tiles, and that way it's easy to wipe off after I've cleaned up the shavings. And it also provides a natural chew, which my last hamster Lucy didn't chew too much, but Chandler is, but it's perfectly fine. It provides a great way to keep their teeth worn down, and it's all natural, so it's not going to hurt him. So the first thing that we have here are these little hidey tunnels, and these provide Chandler a nice cozy spot to sleep. They are circular, so he can climb through, but also have a little hole in the top of them, and they just hang from the top of the cage with hooks. Now, these are something that I will be carrying in the shop, and you will see a few of these around the cage because I was testing them out on Chandler and wanted to get the sizing right before I made a final version of them. So Chandler's lucked out and gotten a whole bunch of my sample kind of things, and he absolutely loves those, and it's so cute when he pops his head out the top of it. So to the right of this level, he does have a little staircase hidey house, and I've put this right here just so that it provides easy access to his hidey tunnel. And I'll just also show you, see, he can go into this side here, but this side is a little plastic staircase, and I like these too because they're plastic, so it's easy to wash. He also has some chews that came with a castle set, and he actually uses these quite a bit, so I'm glad that I purchased them. As you can see, his dragon is completely missing his head now. So I just keep those in the cage, again, as a good natural chew. They're all made from non-toxic, pet safe materials. I purchased them at our local Pet Value. And to the back of his top level, he has his corner litter box, which I featured in my last haul video. He has been so good to use his corner litter boxes to pee in. And then up above, he's just got a little triangle corner hammock that I have also made and will be stocking in the shop as well. And in the back left corner of this level is just a little castle hide-a-house. It is built out of all natural wood and has a little hole so that he can climb inside. But I find that Chandler likes to sit on top like he's king of the castle. So that is the top level of Chandler's cage. He can access this level by going through the tube system I have created for him, or simply by climbing up the side of the cage. Here is the tube system that connects the third and second levels to the first, although as you can see, Chandler's got it pretty full right now. I'm not sure what he was doing. He was sleeping in there for the first few days after I cleaned his cage, but now he seemed to move a whole bunch of bedding in there and he's sleeping in a different hidey house. I also see a wood pear chew, it looks like, in there. That shredded crinkle bedding is just a pet safe bedding for hamsters that was on clearance at a local pet shop. It's dyed with vegetable ink, I believe it said, and I had put it out for him to give him some extra bedding if he wanted it, but he's put it all into his tunnels. In the back there you can just see a chinchilla landing, and I've just put that there because he does sometimes like to climb his cage. That way it gives him a break if he's trying to scale the whole back of it. This level features two of Chandler's favorite hammocks. So the one is another circular tunnel hammock, and the other one is his hammy kind of honeycomb hammock. He absolutely loves playing in those hammocks, and he spends a lot of time up in them, which is really, really cute. And just behind his hammock, he has a rope ladder that leads right up to the hammock, so it's easy for him to climb that and get in, and one of two water bottles. On the main part of this level, he has some more of that crinkle bedding. He has a wooden chew. He has his tunnel that connects him to the third and first floors, as well as his little ceramic food dish. That's what I give him his special meals in every night. He has his woodland getaway where he is sleeping right now. This does seem to be his preferred sleeping choice, although like I said, he was in the tunnels before. He does tend to move around a bit. Oh, and there's Chandler. He came out to see what we were up to. Hi, Chandler. It's okay, you can go back to sleep. Chandler, you were really thirsty. Hi. Look at you. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, there he goes. Where are you going? Okay, so let's head down to the first floor. On the left side of his bottom level, he has a blue igloo. He has the ceramic mug that I bought him at the dollar store in case he gets too hot. I haven't found that he's been using this. However, it has cooled off quite a bit since I purchased it for him, so that could be why I've noticed he's started to bring bedding in with him and things instead of pushing it away. He also has one of those nest. I think it's a hay nest. It's got different openings in it, so it's safe for chewing and also for hiding. Hanging down in front of that all is a toy that I made him myself, and it was just made from its and bits of different toys that had fallen apart, and I just strung them together to make him a new toy, and he absolutely loves it. In the center of his cage, you'll also notice another homemade toy, and again, this was just put together with some string and bits and bobs of old toys that I just strung there for him, and he absolutely loves it. He also has this corn husk tunnel, which he loves to run through, although I haven't seen him chew it yet. He has a Java wood ball back there. This is where his tunnels connect to the first floor. This is the castle, the cardboard castle I was talking about. It was filled with all different cardboard animals and shapes. He is on about 4 different types of food right now because I can't find any of the ones that have been recommended to me. So I've just kind of bought a variety. Of course, probably the healthiest was the Oxbow Essentials. That's the little dark circles there, and he hates them. Beside his food dish, he has a cardboard tunnel that I've just buried in his aspen shavings a bit, and he really likes to hide and dig and tunnel underneath that. He has a wooden log bridge, another chew, a second chinchilla ledge here that leads to another hammock, which as you can see he really enjoys. He's always carrying his shavings in there. And at the very back he has his other water bottle, his sand bath, which he has been pooping in a little bit, but I've also seen him rolling in it, which was really exciting because I didn't know if he was going to use it or not. So I'm very excited about that. I just have to sieve through and get the poops out. And then his really large wheel. And I did purchase this for my last hamster, so I apologize. I don't know the brand and it's not on there at all. But it is about an 11-inch wheel, which I think is pretty big for him. Okay everyone, so that's Chandler's cage tour. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It gave you some good ideas. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.